Hey, how you doing? So, uh, I think one of the most important things to realize is that we have voices in our heads. We do. We make jokes about people that have different personalities, etc., but we all have that. We all have a host of different personalities living in between our own ears, right? Now, if you're going, what voice, what personality? That's the personality, that's the voice I mean, right? So what's for me, the awareness that a meditation practice gives is not the ability to change your mind so much, but to be aware of these voices. And that's the important thing. That's the important thing is not a quiet mind, but the awareness of the mind. It's noticing the voice that is talking to you. Who is talking to me right now? What is the thought, the feeling that's going on? Because when it's unconscious, it becomes a reality. When the voice speaks, it becomes a, a feeling which becomes an action, right? Through awareness, through mindfulness, not through trying to change it. You don't need to do that. But just by seeing it, you go, it becomes optional. In that option, you have great freedom, great choice. Right? So it's not necessarily to stop your mind. There are voices, personalities in your head that you dislike immensely, and I get that. Your head will bring you back memories, things of hurt, of shame, of guilt, of everything. And yet, what you're learning to do is distance yourself from it, is seeing it. And so we're not even here to change the voices, but to realize we are not the voice. We are not the personalities in our heads. Sometimes it will be this personality, sometimes it will be that one. It's important to know the negative, shameful, guilt ridden, violent, self violent voices. It's important to see those, not to run away from them, not to push them away, but really to see them and go, with that understanding, uh, and with more patience, not listen to them. So important, because you can spend a life running, but you will never outrun your head. But through learning to turn and face them, even with some self compassion and patience, they will quieten down. They will lose their juice. They might even show you treasure, an important lesson, important wisdom. So, so many of us don't like to spend any time at all with the voices in our heads unless it's positive. And yet it's very tricky to do that. We can't predict our next thought. So attempting to stop the mind, change the mind, force the voices to shut up is very difficult. Seeing them, stepping back from them, becoming different from them is way easier. And it gets easier with practice. It gets way easier, especially with this understanding of the voices in our head. They're like the weather outside our window. We don't really control them. I mean, to a certain extent, you look after your energy, you had a good night's sleep, you had some good food, then got good company, all's going well, then the voices in your head will tend to be better. But when we get tired, exhausted, run down, overloaded, then the voices, when we need it most, the voices in the head gang up on us, right? Yeah, Lucy, cool. I'm so glad you're getting better at doing this. And that's all it is. It just takes practice. It doesn't take, for all our life, we've been running or fighting, and to stop, and again, with patience, compassion, understanding, face them and do something different is, yeah, it's just practice. It's just understanding. Okay. So get to know the voices in your head. This practice isn't about stopping them, but really um, being, knowing your sense of being that is distinct from all that. Okay. So anyway, I hope that helps in your meditation practice, in your ascension, perhaps in your day-to-day life. See which voice is talking to you. All right. Cool. Let me know how you go too. Play with it for 24 hours and let me know. Successes, failures, whatever. Be good to hear. Thank you. Take care and talk soon.